Hi there. My name is Gary Oppenheimer. I'm the founder of AmpleHarvest.org, and I'm delighted that you enjoyed the video that we had produced recently showing AmpleHarvest.org at work. And I also understand that it didn't show you some of the real impact of that work. Well, I wasn't happy with that either, but the problem is that to show the impact of that work would require a video far longer than the video we created. And my team said we would lose people, and the video person said we would lose people. So I'm making this additional video to help better explain what's behind AmpleHarvest.org and its impact. And I hope it'll round out what you saw in that video. But I wanted to give a little bit of background first. So, and as strange as this sounds, please just stick with me for a minute. But historically, this is what taxi cabs look like. And this is what they look like today. And this is what it looked like in the past and today to be trying to hail a cab. And the people looking for a cab just saw black cars, and the cab drivers simply saw each other and didn't see passengers. The problem wasn't a transportation issue, it was an information issue. And two companies, Uber and Lyft, came along and said, we can solve this transportation problem by really solving the information problem behind it. That's the heart of AmpleHarvest.org. Our theory of change is reaching people who want to solve a problem, educating them about it, enabling them to solve it, and just getting out of their way, and the rest happens automatically. So a quick primer on the food bank system. 44 million people across America need food assistance, and when they go to a food pantry, what they generally see is jars and cans and boxes, but no fresh food on the shelves. Meanwhile, 62 million people across America enjoy gardening, millions of them, and they're growing huge amounts of food. They live side by side, however, with their hungry neighbors in need. And so whether they're gardening on a rooftop or in a community garden or in whatever in a backyard garden, this surplus they have grown has been historically overlooked. Like Uber and Lyft were solving an information problem, we had an information problem here. Gardeners hated wasting the food, and food pantries desperately needed it. So the misinformation was that gardeners thought they couldn't donate the food. Remember the mantra of jars, cans, boxes, no fresh food. And the food pantries didn't even know the gardeners wanted to donate it. The solution was to help the gardeners find a food pantry and learn about the best day and time to donate, and for the food pantries to help the gardeners know that they can actually do the donations. The impact of not having fresh food in the food pantry had a huge impact on families, veterans, seniors, in terms of hunger and their long-term health. The problem was a choke point in the American food bank system, and AmpleHarvest.org solved it by effectively Uberizing the system, taking the choke point out of the way, making gardeners aware that they could donate, and making the food pantries visible and accessible to the gardeners. So instead of a gardener being told they couldn't donate to a food pantry, instead of seeing this as the food being left behind, AmpleHarvest.org, launched in May of 2009, was a cloud-based solution to enable the gardeners to learn that they could donate, point them to where they could donate, and then let them do the donations for the rest of their gardening life in their own community, as easily as you donate old clothing to a thrift shop. So food that might have been thrown away would look like this or this. And when it got to a food pantry, it would look like this. So just if you're concerned about, well, would people really donate? Our data shows that 4 out of 5 gardeners, given the opportunity, want to donate the food, and actually half, if they have the space, would explicitly donate their garden just for donating that surplus harvest. It's not just people in the burbs, it's roughly equal between urban, suburban, and rural. And we know that 93% of gardeners across America are actually growing food. It's not just roses and pretty flowers. So AmpleHarvest.org started off with a single food pantry. In over 15 years, we've grown to over 8,300 food pantries in 5,600 communities in all 50 states, and now also on Native American reservations. With your help, we can continue to grow that to more and more communities. So what does it look like? How, with the food coming in, the gardener grows and harvests their own food. They take that food to the food pantry, and it's on the hungry family's dinner table within hours. This is not food that's at the end of its shelf life like supermarket donated food. This is what's truly garden fresh food donated and consumed on the same day. Some of the comments and feedback that AmpleHarvest.org has had over the years has included feedback such as AmpleHarvest.org, one of the most innovative groups I've ever met. This is from a former director of the President's Office of Public Engagement in the White House. A terrifically positive message at a time when positive messages were in short supply, from Vince Cerf, the father of the internet. And Jen Chapin, Harry Chapin's daughter, described it as simply beautiful and beautifully simple. So the numbers, and this is really important. According to a Harvard-trained economist formerly from Cisco Systems, the end game of AmpleHarvest.org, if every gardener in America knew that they could donate food and every food pantry in America was a part of AmpleHarvest.org, America's healthcare costs would drop $58 billion a year, reductions in diabetes, obesity, hypertension, etc. So what does your donation support mean? Well, a team from the Harvard Business School Alumni Association did an analysis, and they determined that if somebody donated $5,000, for argument's sake, one time, in the first year, 10,000 pounds of food would be donated, worth around 24,000, almost $25,000. In the second year, that same $5,000 donation would have grown to $33,000 worth of food. And in the third year, that would have grown to 45,000. And in the 20th year, $7.4 million worth of food donated. And that's because of the viral component of AmpleHarvest.org. As gardeners learn they can donate, they share that and it grows in their own community. Our partners have included Bonnie Plants, the White House, Feeding America, Home Depot, the USDA, Google, and many more. I started this with our theory of change. AmpleHarvest.org solutions are simple, they scale, and they have lasting impact. I want to thank you very much, and please do feel free to reach out to me at Gary@AmpleHarvest.org if you have any questions. Thank you very, very much.